G'day guys, Coach Ben Lee here, checking in, day 15. We're getting into the good stuff now. We're going to talk about how to really get our exercise programs pumping so we can burn fat, so we can build lean muscles, so we can get those tight toned legs. So let's get excited because this video blog is going to be epic knowledge, okay? And it's going to help you get massive results, okay? These are the things that I use in my 8-week transformations. It's awesome content. It's awesome. I can't wait to tell you all about it. Just hang on while I get off this glute ham raise because my hamstrings are killing me. Alright guys, so we're talking fat loss, we're talking lean muscle gains, okay, nice toned arms, tight stomach. These are my secrets for an 8-week transformation. Alright, so first off, what we're going to start out with is like I've been speaking to you about in the last 2 videos, about mobility, about activation, okay? So now we've sort of found those things out. Now it's time to implement that and put it all into a plan. Now, what I like to start off with is we sort of need to start with a client, they're fairly brand new. So what we want to start off with is sort of neural adaptation, okay? So a lot of reps, so volume, because a lot of volume ingrains good movement patterns. So our first week, we're going to be going for just simple movement patterns. So a squat, single leg squats, okay, some push-ups, chin-ups, really basic things, okay? We're going to go for some chest press, some shoulder press. So we're going to go for our rep range is going to be about it's going to be between 12 and 15 reps, okay? So remember I said volume, because volume ingrains good motor patterns, okay? So obviously think about as growing up as a kid, you start walking. The more you walk, the better you start to, the more you're walking, the more you're in that little trolley running around, the quicker that your movement pattern starts to become more efficient. So we do that for a week, then we rest for about 70 seconds, okay? We're going to do 3 sets, and we're going to pair our muscles. So we're going to do agonist-antagonist, or push-pull, or opposite, okay? So if we're going to do a press, we're going to do a pull. If we're going to do a squat, we're going to do a knee flexion or hip flexion exercise, okay, so that we're working the opposite opposing muscles. And then what we're going to do after we've done 3 sets, we're going to do another round of that, working the muscle groups in a similar fashion but slightly different. So what I would start off with really simply is I like to go unilateral, okay, not bilateral when I'm doing my legs, because often we need to start getting those glutes firing because they've been active, okay, and that way we can get them firing a lot better if we're just concentrating on one. So we're going to do some like front foot elevated split squats, some Bulgarian split squats, okay, and this is going to get those glutes range, and we're going to be able to get better range in our movement, and it's going to be a lot harder using one leg as opposed to 2, okay, and same when we're starting to, we're going to use that when we're doing our glute bridges and things like that, really get those glutes firing, okay, and we're going to go for those high reps, get that neural activity going, get the muscles clicking, get them going, hey, it's time to wake up, it's time to start using them. Okay, so we've done that for a week. Next week, we're going to drop the rep range, okay? We're going to go sort of 10 to 12 reps. And now with the 10 to 12 reps, same thing, we're still going the push-pull, the agonist-antagonist, still working the opposite or opposing muscles, okay? And then we're going to go for 3 sets of that as well, with a 60-second rest this time around, okay? So we've dropped down our rest period, so now we're starting to work a little bit harder. On our 3rd week, what we're going to go into is we're going to go sort of 8 to 10 reps. Now we're starting to get a little bit heavier in our reps because our body's getting used to the rep ranges and getting used to that movement pattern that we're doing. Now, after we're done at 8 to 10, we're going to rest about 50 seconds, okay guys? So rest 50 seconds and we're going to go again, okay? But this time around, because we're doing less volume, we still need to get the same amount of kind of reps time-wise in. So what we're looking at is then 4 sets instead of 3 sets, okay? And so we're still going the push-pull here, still going the push-pull. Or squat hinge is the other terminology. So for lower body, we're going squat hinge, or upper body, we're going push-pull. And then we've got our 4 reps. We've done that, and we're going to superset that with probably another set of same muscle groups again. We're resting our 40 seconds and we go again. And now on our 4th week, we're going heavier again. So we're going sort of the 6 to 8 rep range. So now our body should really start to be getting used to going a little bit heavier. and those motor patterns should be clicking in. Now, this is what I would do if someone's got a bit of training history behind them. If someone's brand new and hasn't really been to the gym before ever in their entire life, we might draw this process out over, say, 4, maybe 8 weeks or something like that, to sort of get them those neural patterns adapting, okay? So what we're trying to do is we're periodizing our programs. We're coming down from higher reps and we're getting down lower and lower and lower so that we can start pushing out a bit more weight, okay? Now, once we get down to this sort of rep range, we can start to increase our muscle fibers. Okay, we want to increase muscle fiber. The reason we want to increase muscle fibers is it helps with increase of our calorie intake. Okay, and with the extra calories intakes, that's obviously going to support our metabolism to help us build more muscle. Okay, it's also going to help with the insulin sensitivity. So the more muscle we have, the more cells we have to uptake carbohydrates, so that we can have more carbs in our diet, because when we've got more carbs in our diets, we become more anabolic and therefore we can burn more fat, okay? So carbs then become our NOS instead of the enemy. Now, once we've gone that for 4 weeks, we're gonna go for like a pure strength phase, okay? We might go to like a 5x5, or depending on that client again, we might just sort of stick around those 6 rep ranges. And we're gonna do that for a month. So we're increasing those muscle fibers there again. Okay, so the more muscle fiber we have, the more tone we're going to have. We're not trying to be bodybuilders, so we're not looking to do a lot of high rep range, a lot of high volume. We're not trying to pump blood into the muscle to expand it. We're trying to create more muscle fiber, which gives that muscle the hard belly, okay, which makes it look, gives that nice toned, lean look, okay, guys? So that's my plan for an 8-week transformation when it comes down to like a new client coming in, and we're just starting them out. And that's the kind of process that I want to go to. So just to reiterate everything I spoke about. So we're going to start off with our first 4 weeks. We're going to do, our rep range is going to be 15 to 20. Okay? Oh, sorry, not 15 to 20, 12 to 15. We're going to rest about 70 seconds, 3 sets, go again. And we might do 2 supersets, okay? And just as we're getting into it. Next week, we're going to go to 12 to 10. We're going to go a 60-second break. And then we're going to go 2 supersets and maybe even a third, depending on how the client's going. If it's someone that's new, we might just keep with the 2. Then we're going to go for that next rep range on the 3rd week, which is our 8s to 10s, okay? And then the week up, and then we're going with the 4 sets, and we're going for a 50-second break. And then on our 4th and final week of our first training month, then we're going to go those 6 to 8s, and we're resting for 40 seconds, okay, guys? Making sure that we're incorporating tempo and things like that as well. So I might go into tempo tomorrow because that's something that's really important. So the more tempo, the more stress we can put on the muscle, the quicker it's going to work. And we've got to remember that we're body sculptors, guys. We're not weightlifters, we're not power lifters. We want to sculpt our body and turn it into a piece of artwork, okay? And then whilst we're doing all that, we're sculpting, that's why we're doing our heavy sets to increase our overall muscle fibers, and I'll explain the reason why we want to do that, guys. So tune in for day 16, okay, and we're going to talk about tempos and the importance of tempos and how we integrate those into our programs, okay, and that also helps me determine what my rest periods should be as well. All right, Bentley, peace out, guys.